Alrighty. Well, I just had an interview a couple minutes ago here, around 30 minutes ago. Actually, more than 30 minutes ago. Time is kind of flying. And then wrote a quick Substack, and I just wanted to talk about it real quick because I feel like I reached some important conclusions from today and something to note for the future. And the biggest thing was just this idea of serotonin and actually getting that for the first time in what feels like a long time. And what I mean by that is just the result of hard work and this connection between serotonin and deep work and deep focus, right? And I'm not sure if this is very scientific at all or anything like that, but for context, I had an interview today and I prepped really hard. Harder than I've worked in a long time for one task, right? And it reminded me of my academia days, right, in university and studying for tests and stuff like that. But I haven't felt that feeling in so long where I really just put my everything and it was clear what I had to do. I think that's a big part of this as well as I knew what I had to prep and I just did it. And I feel like a reason why I've felt so lost these past couple months is I don't know. For a lot of the work that I'm doing, I don't know what the goal is, what the end goal even is. It's so vague. I'm talking about like some of my side projects, right? For my indie hacking, for example. And it's so hard to get motivation as a result. It's hard to know what work I actually need to do. Like for this work, it was low friction. I just had to do my research, ask ChatGPT to come up with reps for the interview questions that I might face in this rather technical interview. And so it was just much easier to prepare for, much more straightforward. I knew that there was some direct benefit from the input I was putting in. And it's just been so hard to find that in other aspects of my life, mostly just with the side project stuff that I'm doing. Like, I can't find motivation, and as a result, my life is just way unhappier because a large part of my life these past couple months has just been work, and it's been fine. Like, it's what I wanted to do, right? It's not something that I'm forcing myself or grinding through necessarily day to day, but I can't lie, sometimes it's been unsatisfactory, sometimes it's been boring, and I've been trying to fix that, right? It's led me down almost like some sort of depressive rabbit hole. Like, I don't even really know how to explain it. It's not like I'm depressed or anything. I'm just bored sometimes. And like sometimes more bored with things that used to be pleasurable, which is like one of the key symptoms of depression, right? But I don't think I'm there yet. Not that it's like a threshold or like a finish line that you necessarily reach, but I just I think my mind is fine. It's just been difficult because I haven't had this circuitry working properly where I do hard work and I get rewarded for it. And there's almost like countless examples right now just because I feel like I'm working so hard and just seeing very little results. And I just don't think it's very sustainable over time. So I got to figure out some way. It again, I think probably goes back to being more process oriented, being less about defining the results in terms of outcome, right? I think about this interview and I haven't heard back about it yet. And I don't know if I passed, for example, but there's already some level of satisfaction that I put my all into this for the past couple days and especially the past 24 hours. And so there is some level of achievement, accomplishment, despite not having necessarily accomplished anything per se, right? And when I think about my business or some of the side projects that I'm trying to run, I just have not felt that feeling at all. Like, do something for a long time and there's no reward. And it doesn't feel like I can even make the reward something that's process oriented. It just feels like I'm going nowhere. And so I think it probably has to do with the straightforwardness of the task. I think in business, it's just generally very vague what you're trying to accomplish, and you have to stay light on your feet. I know adaptability is something that is really important in entrepreneurship, and maybe this is part of it, is just setting clear goals for myself and then adapting those goals over time. And I realized that I have to start setting these goals myself, setting these process oriented goals myself, because ultimately the the stuff that I'm doing is not being rewarding me with like monetary things. It's not rewarding me with fame. It's not rewarding me with even like numbers on a screen. It's just pure hard work and how close I or how much I've done to do what I set out to do originally. And so again, it's this battle of just being process oriented, which is one of my mottos at this point, right? I have a couple mottos. It's just in time learning. You want to learn just in time. Execution is king, and being process oriented. So that's kind of all I wanted to talk about. I'm starving right now. I'm probably gonna go eat dinner. But yeah, Jimmy, if you watch this in the future, I think this is kind of an important day just for remembering what this feeling is like. Remembering what accomplishment feels like. Remembering that hard work is sometimes rewarded, not necessarily in external factors or outcomes. And that sometimes there is reward that can just be felt from just working hard at something if there are the certain prerequisites, like is the work straightforward, is it low friction somewhat. And so I'm gonna have to think about this more. It's probably gonna be something that eats at my mind for a couple days. Just trying to figure out how I can recreate this experience with the job interview for other parts of my life. And so that's all I wanted to talk about. Probably just gonna go eat, exercise a little, like walk a little, and then just read. I want to do some reading. I'm reading The Rise of Theodore Roosevelt right now, and it's taking so long. I didn't even realize it's that thick of a book before I started reading, but realizing halfway through that it's insanely long. And so I got to speed that up. I want to finish that up soon. So I'll see you tomorrow, Jimmy. It was a good day in the sense that I did the work. I feel good about it. I feel rewarded. I feel mentally cleared now that I finished this work and able to kind of move forward and move on, no matter what the outcome of the actual work was. So, yeah, we'll see. Peace.